Hello everybody, Drew here for Drew Day Entertainment here on YouTube. I almost said Drew Day Games at first. Coming at you with the 10th episode, I believe, of Breaking Rocks. On today's episode, we'll be talking about Let's Go Brandon, reacting to Desert Nord's meme that he did on his channel about it, and talking about Dave Chapelle, the closer on Netflix, which is his last Netflix special and whatnot that he was under contract to do with them. And as you guys have heard, hopefully already, joining me via the power of the internet, my younger brother, Desert Nord. Hey, bro.
Hey there.
So with that being said, let me bring up your YouTube channel on the screen here. That will be picked up by the camera. Assuming the thing acknowledges the input, thank you for responding. So in case you guys don't know, Desert Nord does have a channel. I've been promoting it for a long time, but here it is. A week ago, Desert Nord made a 38-second video meme of Let's Go Brandon chant from that NASCAR race. So with that being said, so let's just start from the top, all right? What happened at the race before, like, this guy got interviewed, this NASCAR driver. So what happened at the race first, like the race itself first?
Yeah, the race itself was actually a really good race.
Okay, so what happened at it?
Well, Brandon was doing he was kind of like an underdog in this. He hadn't won a race yet, so this was his first career win.
Which is a big deal.
Oh yeah, very.
So who is this Brandon guy?
Well, he's a relatively new NASCAR racer. His name is Brandon Brown.
Okay. Well, he's certainly famous now.
Quite. But they won't remember his name per se, except for the first part.
Yeah, his first name, which.
But it was a good race, and he won. First career race, and he was very happy. And everything was, like a normal NASCAR race. Nothing really untoward. I don't remember hearing about anything crazy from the race, just that he won, and it was should be a big deal to him, and it was.
Yeah.
So at the end of the race, he was doing his thing, his burnout thing, and immediately after, he went to get interviewed
by someone from NBC Sports.
Yeah, Kelly Stavast from NBC Sports.
Yeah.
She started to ask him how the race was going and do the normal interview thing, and crowd began to chant.
Yeah, they began to chant something that's been chanted like at college football games for a little while now, and I am not above saying it here on YouTube because I don't give a fuck what Google has to say. They were chanting "fuck Joe Biden."
Yeah.
And I have no problem with saying it because, first of all, I have a reaction to a music video by Burden up on the channel called F Biden. So
now
there you go.
The context behind all this, the chant part, is that earlier in the race, near the end of the race, a good portion of some of the fans were chanting "Let's go Brandon," but by the time the interview happened,
they were chanting.
They transitioned.
Yeah, to "fuck Joe Biden."
Sure, which has become ubiquitous across sports stadiums and events.
But then
for months now.
But then where the "Let's Go Brandon" thing turned into an internet meme now is the reporter herself. Saying that
she decided to address the chant instead of ignore it.
But not only address it, try to spin it a completely different way, saying that they were chanting "Let's go, Brandon." Instead,
and like almost in the most dissonant, gaslighting way possible,
which is typical for the mainstream media.
Oh yeah, they do this all the time.
Yeah, but now it's created an internet meme. So instead of
that her job was probably in danger if she just said, "Yeah, F Joe Biden," or so she couldn't do that.
And God forbid ignoring it. Apparently.
No, I know. That was why I said instead of ignoring it, which would have been the professional journalist thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
She decided to address it, but gaslight in the most epic, hilarious way imaginable.
So now, what we see in live streams everywhere, in people's live streams, regardless of what they're doing, people constantly saying in their live chats, "Let's go, Brandon," because of her choice.
Yeah, it's absolutely become
an internet fucking meme on a level that I don't think I've ever seen before.
Yeah, this went way past just the,
typical internet,
the usual corners that I'm familiar with.
It's a perfect storm of people are not liking the current administration to a point where, and as George Carlin put, the mainstream media is at the intersection of bullshit central. Hollywood, politics, all of it intersects right at the mainstream media.
Sure, and the backup behind the reason for the chant is that the president's approval rating is really, really low now.
Well, it wasn't too high to begin with.
Well, it was 53% when he started out, according to the official. Well,
which is not believable.
Dramatically.
Yeah, and for obvious reasons.
It's to the level that George W. Bush was in 2006.
Yeah, and we're still not even through the first year.
Uh-huh.
So.
It's the free fall of the administration. That's the backstory of the chant.
Yeah. So with that said, before we go any further into the show, let's check out Desert Nord's video here for 38 seconds. That he did on his channel a week ago called "Let's Go Brandon Chant Meme," supposedly. Where does the mystery come in?
Well, when I titled that, keep in mind it wasn't viral just yet.
Yeah, it was a week ago, and it's got 37,000 views, so congratulations, Nord.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm lucky if I even get 200 views, like on something that goes viral for anything I do.
Well, again, I will also say that the reason I made it is because my friends pointed out to me. And I was like, oh boy.
So, with that said, here we go with Desert Nord's video.
Thank you, Mid-Atlantic. Thank you to all of our partners. Oh my God, it's just such an unbelievable moment.
Brandon, you also told me, as you can hear the chants from the crowd, "Let's go, Brandon." Brandon, you told me you were going to kind of hang back those first two stages and just watch and learn. What did you learn that helped you there in those closing laps?
Oh my God, it was learning how each line didn't stay to one, and everything shifted top to bottom so much.
I'm going to come.
What makes that was the Trump thing at the end.
Sure, yeah, it's not a meme until you make, a meme out of it.
Yeah. So with that said, that interview right there is why Let's Go Brandon, and I'm pretty sure I'm 99% sure, and us just talking about this here on YouTube right now, we're gonna get "Let's Go Brandon" memes in the comment section. I'm fairly certain of that.
unfortunately, you're not allowed to post memes.
Well, what I'm talking about is
you'll get Let's Go Brandon comments for sure.
That's what I'm talking about. People typing in the chat, "Let's go Brandon." I'm 99% sure that we're gonna get that now. And
yeah,
first of all, go for it, guys.
Yeah, it's the perfect. You couldn't have been gifted a more perfect way
to save
for people of all ages to say they despise the president
without getting in trouble for obscenities.
Yeah, no, and that's why I said for all ages.
Yeah.
Little kids could say this, and people will be like, "Oh my God, that's kind of edgy," but other people won't even know what they're saying. I would hope most people understand the reference at this point, but the way memes usually work is there's a certain inside joke to them. And this one is about the most outside joke I've ever seen in the last 10 years.
Yeah. So, with that said, I will end this part, or this topic, about talking about Let's Go Brandon and fuck Joe Biden with, to you guys, it's Let's Go Brandon. To me, it's still fuck Joe Biden. Yeah. And as far as I see it, the theme for this episode is by Burden, which I've reacted to on the channel, called F Biden. That's the theme song for this episode, then.
Well,
as I see it.
If I may.
Yeah.
The hashtag or the phrase "Let's Go Brandon" is probably going to go even further into various other forms.
That wouldn't surprise me, because I already see T-shirts, flags, and sweatshirts of it now. There's already clothing lines of it, for fuck's sake.
What I mean by that is people will jokingly refer to Biden as simply Brandon.
No, yeah.
And a lot of people will get it.
Yeah.
But if you had told me that.
But old geriatric Joe doesn't get anything, so you know he won't get it at all.
No. Yeah. He's completely out of it. He can barely get a sentence together, but we already know all that.
Yeah, old sleepy-eyed Joe.
But the desire to meme him is always there with power figures. You know.
Yeah.
It's just that it never quite comes together like this. Usually a meme requires some comedy. But this was like, I don't even know what. This was like a thermonuclear warhead of comedy.
Yeah.
So,
to say the least.
If a meme could take down a presidency, I never could have imagined that. But this is about as close to that happening as possible.
But I'm glad you said the word comedy, because the only other topic we have to discuss for you guys here is Dave Chappelle's comedy special, his last one under contract with Netflix, The Closer. And basically the so-called outrage, if you will, that he's getting for it. I'm pretty sure that you didn't watch it, because you don't subscribe.
I've seen the clips that they post of his bits from it.
Yeah, I do pay into Netflix, and I watched the entire special. So.
Sure.
My thoughts on the special itself, one of the funniest things that I've seen in a long time. Now, politically, do I agree with him? No, obviously I don't. But he's still one of the funniest human beings on God's green earth, is Dave Chapelle. Case in point, you used to love watching the Chappelle Show at the time.
there is no disputing, unless you're like absolutely daft, that Dave Chapelle is Chappelle. I mean, he's one of the best comedians to ever live at this point
on the planet. Yeah, he might even be the best since Carlin right now.
He's absolutely top 5, no matter who is doing the survey.
If I have to put a list of the 3 best comedians, in my opinion, not necessarily my favorites, I would probably put Dave Chapelle probably at number 1 or 2 of the top 3 best for me.
If one could imagine cementing themselves,
yeah,
every time he does anything, it's first A, hilarious.
Yeah.
And B, always makes an absolute storm out of it. A social, shitstorm. You don't get that with comedians that often.
Yeah. And
it means the man, again, despite whatever political leanings, I mean, guy's clearly, somebody we would otherwise mock in regards to politics, but
we're fans of just the same because of his comedy.
But if ever we'll say liberal, is going to be hilarious and amazing in comedy, it's that man.
Yeah, and the reason that he's been catching hate is because of certain jokes that certain people who virtue signal for the LGBTQIP whatever community are outraged at him over it.
Yeah, and they're acting like it's something that he's never done before until now.
He's been doing it for years, first of all, folks.
But if they say, even if they admit, okay, he's been doing it for a long time, but then they'll say, but now it's hurting people. It's like, what do you mean now it's hurting people?
But the only reason...
now you people are incredibly hypersensitive and you seek to shut people up.
But the reason that I bring up Dave Chapelle and his special and this controversy over it, if you want to call it that, is that, first of all, there's a few other things happening here. First of all, people outraged for it because there was a transgender person who supposedly got fired from Netflix or quit because of this special.
There was a suspension.
Yeah. Because evidently what is now being reported is they stormed into a meeting for executives at Netflix that they had no clearance being at to try to get their point across, and then they got fired or suspended because they weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah, they were suspended for doing that, for being disruptive and breaking the company rules.
Yeah. Not because they're transgender, just because they broke up the rules.
Back.
Yeah.
But it was weird because then the company came back and apologized to them and unsuspended them.
That I was not aware of. But I do know that Netflix is holding firm on not removing Dave Chappelle's work from their platform.
They are doing their very best to play both sides on this.
Because Netflix realizes how popular this thing is from Dave Chapelle. It's making them a shit ton of money.
They know that this is the only thing that the average viewer really wants to watch on their stupid Netflix channel.
That and apparently a TV series that now a lot of people keep hearing about, and that's Squid Game.
Sure, yeah, that actually became a story the last 48 hours too.
Yeah. But we're not going to really get into that because I only watched half of the first episode right now, so I don't know what to think yet.
Yeah, not to mention Squid Game is less a criticism. I mean, its critics are less in the SJW category, more in the boomer category.
Yeah, but Netflix holding firm on Dave Chappelle still being on the platform. Yet keep in mind this is still the company that defended Cuties, so. They're playing both sides of the fucking fence, obviously.
And the reason it's not over, or that it's gotten worse, in my opinion, is that now you got half of the company, I guess we call it, ready to walk out on them. And
my point of view,
it started with, apparently there's a group of 6 employees that are, trans also.
Yeah.
Who are sick and tired of it, according to them.
My point of view of walking out on Netflix or unsubscribing is this. I've done it before over Cuties, and then I came back because I wanted to watch Dave Chappelle's closer special, right? And I'm glad that I did, because it was fucking wonderful. But if they do wind up removing all of Dave Chappelle's stuff off of there, then yeah, Netflix will never be back in my life again.
Yeah, well, I am not going to give them money for a list of reasons that they would have to fire half the company to fix.
Well, I'm willing to give Netflix money for something that I actually want to enjoy from someone that I've enjoyed over the years, like Dave Chapelle. So.
Yeah. Well, if I can just summarize where I think this goes.
Yeah.
I don't think it goes to them removing Dave's work.
Yeah, because that would be a piss poor move. Because they would just be saying to people, yeah, we don't want your money.
But what it also goes towards, or definitely will not go towards, is them cleaning house. They're not going to do that either.
Well, I don't expect them to do that anyway.
Like, they're not going to be like, you know what, we're done with the wokies, get out of the company, we're firing all of you, you're bad content creators, you're ruining the whole business model, we don't want you here. Like, they're not going to do that.
I'm willing to... I am so sure that Netflix is not going to do that I'm willing to say this on camera on YouTube for you guys. If they do that, I will shave my head completely bald, and I will do a full show without a hat on for you guys.
Yeah.
At that point.
My point that I would also make surrounding the actual controversy is that literally every group or every individual is fair game in comedy.
Absolutely.
And the fact that they decided to group themselves for defensive purposes is a strategy.
Is that group or bro?
It's a social strategy. And that social strategy has upsides and downsides.
Yeah.
And the downside is, once you group yourself, you can be seen.
Okay. You did say group, because at first I thought you said that they groped themselves.
No, group. As in, call yourself a community.
Yeah, because I thought I heard something else at first.
Yeah, well, anyway, once you call yourself a community of a certain kind of person, you can be seen.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
You hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Once you can be seen, you can be criticized.
Mm-hmm.
When people know what a person means when they say such and such community, they'll know what he means when he says such and such community is ridiculous for example A, example B, this reason, that reason. That's Dave's comedy.
Yeah.
Now, if they don't want criticism, which is apparently what they say they are fighting against here, criticism.
Yeah.
They shouldn't group. Like, you did this for visibility and defense. But you didn't accept the downside, which is criticism. everyone else who's ever done that has had to face that, and did so to the point of success.
Indeed.
But not these people, apparently. These people are so sensitive, so scared, so, in hiding, despite every media outlet, every mainstream source, every social media site all standing up for them and hashtagging and changing their flags and enforcing hate speech, against anyone who says anything. They're still afraid of everything. What more do you people want? Oh, that's right. You want absolute total tyranny against everyone who might say anything about you. Well, you can't get that. And if you try to get that, you're going to get backlash. You're gonna make it even worse for yourselves. So the wise advice to all of those people, the 6 employees over at Netflix, and the rest of them who have a problem with Dave, the best advice you can do is laugh along, because you will get the last laugh if you laugh along. But if you don't laugh along and can't take a joke, this doesn't end well for you.
Yeah.
So they need to learn to take a joke.
Indeed.
Because clearly Dave is not the kind of guy going around making people feel like shit all day. He's not that guy. And those guys are actually quite rare. We're not those guys either.
No, we are not. You and I are the type of guys to, well, we treat people how they treat us. Yeah, and in some cases, I turn the other cheek a lot of the time too.
Oh yeah, we had to, this platform makes us hold our tongues a lot. That's not exactly a very nice thing to make someone do.
Yeah. I just thought of a joke about turn the other cheek, in the vein of Monty Python. Turn the other cheek and fart in their general direction.
Yeah. The point I would make is,
yeah,
the solution has always been there to all of this. And it is more speech, not less. It's never been less speech. Less speech has never solved anything. You people you might not like it. It might make you feel feelings. You might have emotions. But that's what adulthood is about. People will say things. You have to have the armor to bounce them off of you.
Not to change the subject here, but I don't think I've ever seen this before on YouTube. Friday Night Tights live at the exact same time as Unsafe Space.
Oh boy, yeah. Well, there's always conflicts like that.
They've never been live at the same time before that I can ever remember. Carrie being live at the same time as FNT, which in this case it should be Friday Tights at this point, not Friday Nights, just Friday Tights.
Yeah, but they wouldn't change it though.
Yeah, but in the case of Az, it is still Friday night for him.
Oh yeah, well for him, it's actually Saturday morning tights for him when he's on.
Yeah.
Normally.
Which he is actually on today, so because he was missing yesterday because of personal reasons.
Yeah, I know. That was a real sad situation.
Yeah,
but irrelevant to this topic.
Yeah, indeed. I was just looking at YouTube on my computer screen here, so I was just bringing that up because I've never seen that before. But as you were saying,
yeah, the thing is, it's a growing process.
Yeah.
And it's just sad to see that everyone else who has grown to adulthood has gotten over this, but not the trans community.
Indeed.
And they better learn to do it, because that's the only way they'll ever make mainstream and where they want to be.
So, to wrap this up, unless you got something else.
Well, there's always woke stuff to talk about, but yeah, let's just, leave it at that, I guess.
Yeah, so we're just going to plug our stuff for the rest of this. So if you guys aren't interested in that, feel free to check out on the rest of this video. But with that being said, I'll start by plugging Desert Nord. He's got a YouTube channel, as you see on the screen here. Like we watch his Let's Go Brandon meme. He's got Biden Afghanistan meme. Biden eats chin pickings. God help us. Joe Biden gives the non-answer. You're really obsessed with the president, aren't you?
Oh, well, political memes are
and then there's
an old favorite.
And then there's the two memes about me, Gang Beast meme, and then my flying abilities with a TIE fighter from Star Wars Squadrons. So go subscribe to Desert Nord if you guys haven't already. There is a link to both Drewdat Games and Drewdat Entertainment, the very channel you're on watching this video right now, at the bottom of the page. So there's also a link to My Nerdy Home, as well as to Jade Shadow on YouTube, who will be live tomorrow night with Talk Nerdy to Us, their podcast. I think it's on My Nerdy Home's channel this week, but I'm not sure, because they didn't do one last week. So with that being said, my shit now. There's Drewdat Games on YouTube. Yesterday I played for almost 30 minutes Resident Evil 2 remake from the PS4. So go check that out. That's live on the channel. I'm gonna go back to that at some point later on today. At some point I will be live on my Twitch gaming channel, Drewdat Games, all in lowercase with an extra S on the end of it, to play, I'm thinking today, some Dead Rising 3, because it's October. And I will be live on Twitch on Sunday, hopefully before football games start playing, but even then I'm probably just going to forego watching a lot of it and just go live on Twitch later on anyway, or just multiple times on Sunday, just playing Skyrim, because I'm going to be trying to do that on Sundays. That being, I decided to just continue my current character that I've been playing as Drew Heartfire, because I already have episodes of that up on YouTube anyway, so. And then you guys are obviously on Drewdat Entertainment right now. Like, subscribe, and all of that. So to recap, there's Drewdat Games on YouTube, Drewdat Games on Twitch, the channel you're on now, Desert Nord, and I also promote two YouTube channels and their Twitch channels of My Nerdy Home on YouTube and Twitch, and Jade Shadow on YouTube and Jade Fire on Twitch, in which they talk about nerdy stuff on YouTube, and also play video games on Twitch. My Nerdy Home is usually live every day on Twitch playing Mario Kart. Mara just got a Nintendo Switch, Jade Shadow, if you will, or Jade Fire, depending on the platform. And she will be doing Mario Kart, as she announced on a live stream last night. On Mondays, Mario Kart. Saturdays, Super Smash Brothers. And Splitgate like every Thursday night. And then something else that she's going to be doing like some other day of the week, but I don't remember what she said. But with all of that said, don't forget to follow me on Twitter as dad_Drew. He is Rob Nyers on Twitter. You should just change that to Desert.
So
you just change it to Desert Nord, dude.
Well, bro, don't even bother mentioning it, because, like, I don't even frequent Twitter.
That's fair. Fuck Twitter for him, then. But don't fuck Twitter for OG Mara Jade.
You ever heard of the word placeholder?
Placeholder?
Yeah, I have a lot of placeholder accounts.
You got some problems,
as in there's a cardboard cutout of me on all of these different sites.
That reminds me of one episode of After the Catch from Deadliest Catch, in which they had Norman as a cardboard cutout of himself because he wasn't there with his other brothers for After the Catch. I don't know if you remember watching that or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as you said placeholder, and all it is paper, is cardboard cutouts of you on those sites, that's what I pictured. So you're just a cardboard cutout on the internet, then?
Well, no, not the entire internet. Just,
Never mind.
It's just those sites that are more trouble than they're worth.
As I was saying, follow me, ignore him on Twitter. I'm Dad_Drew. Don't forget to follow OG Mara Jade on Twitter and My Nerdy Home on Twitter as well. So that's all I got. Yeah, like I said, after this, at some point this evening, hopefully this evening, if not any sooner, I'll be playing. Where the fuck do I have the case for that game? That's not it. Here it is. I'll be playing Dead Rising 3 on Twitch later on today or this evening, one of the two. So, Nord, if you're up, go over to Twitch and check that out.
Yeah.
If not, then don't worry about it. And then later on over the weekend, I'll be getting back to playing Skyrim, which is actually my preferred game to be streaming and playing anyway. Because it's the Xbox One version with mods. So, aside from that, I'm going to be trying to do, like, I'm going to try to consistently stream, like, on YouTube and Twitch, playing games, trying to do so on a consistent basis, but we'll see what happens. But specifically, I am setting aside Sunday for Skyrim, and various days throughout the week for so long as it's October, some like creepier games. Hopefully creepier than that one game Visage that I played, which is up on Judat Games right now. That was annoying as fuck.
Well, worst case scenario, you could always whip out Five Nights at Freddy's.
I don't have that.
I'm just saying.
In
case you have a horror deficiency.
Well, it's not so much of that. It's what horror game I have on what system and what platform I can play it on then between YouTube and Twitch is really the only problem. A deficiency of horror games is not the problem because...
Or you could just play Last of Us Part 2. That's a pretty horrible game.
I'm talking about creepy Halloween-like shit.
I know.
Not bad shit. If there was a holiday, like, shit day, then yeah, then I would do that because that would be a shit day game.
Yeah, wow.
Well, now that I think about it, there is a holiday like that. It's called April 15th.
Yeah, wow.
That's called Tax Day.
No, I know, but just to be ironic.
Yeah.
So
therefore, the perfect day to play Last of Us Part 2 on stream, if I'm ever going to, would be April 15th then.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
if there is a perfect day for it. But with all of that said, thank you for checking this out, guys. We will see you guys, let's see, it's Friday right now. Well, yeah, like I said, I'll see you in various streams over the weekend, guys, and also later on this evening on Twitch. Where will you be seen next? Or heard from, I should say.
Well, I tend to keep to myself, but I am going to try to make more diverse videos on my channel.
That would be appreciated, because it looks like you have a thing for Biden right now.
Like he's been on a roll, and I've been just looking on in horror.
It seems like you've been watching him like a stalker.
Yeah, well,
considering how many Biden videos you got on your channel.
Yeah, no, I didn't intend my channel to be overtly or, even strictly political.
I know that, but at this rate, if you keep this up, you'll wind up catching up to Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers on his D-Day Cobra channel on Brie Larson videos. So I say be careful.
well, I'm cool with the, moniker, the guy that makes the Biden videos. But I do want to do something that's comedic that isn't political.
Yeah. Well, so far the only things that I see on your channel that you've done that are funny that aren't overly political. You deleted a couple of things from your channel, it looks like.
Yeah, those were the ones that got put in the shorts column. I hate those.
Okay.
They don't get any views. Nobody watches shorts.
I do.
Well, I mean, they get less views for small channels.
Anyway. Otherwise, yeah. The Mewtwo thing, obviously your intro isn't political.
No.
And then the 2 memes about me. So 3 of all of your videos, I would say, are not political.
Yeah, well, 3 out of 12, I think.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 12 videos, and 4 out of 12 are not political. You got problems.
No, it's early. I can turn the boat.
Yeah. Well, a boat has been turning on my channel since I've had you on it. I've been getting more political with you around. Just saying.
Well, that'll happen.
Yeah.
Kind of illustrates why mine is majority that.
Yeah, and most of my shit is apolitical, as in I prefer just to stick to games and play them. But It is what it is. So with that,
yeah, I gotta figure a way to get some better game comedy.
Well, I know of a way to get game comedy. Just play games on Twitch on your Twitch channel and port them over like I do.
No, I know, but that's not going to be funny all the time. I'm going to have to do some editing. If I do editing on it, it can be made funny, kind of like the Gang Beasts meme.
Well, if you suck at the game, that's funny enough as it is.
No, people don't want to watch you struggle. They want to watch you do funny things.
Well, some people are sadists, so some people do find that funny. I'm just saying.
What you'll get is people coming in and making comments like, bro, just stop. If they watch you struggle.
And then there are other people who will watch you struggle and actually tell you, dude, you should have shot the red barrel.
Yeah, I know. There's those two, but...
So those are the helpful people, but it is what it is.
I don't necessarily want to have a whole lot of long videos. Yeah. I mean, that's the only people that can get away with that are the people that already have a huge following, like Mauler, for instance.
Yeah.
I can't afford to have long videos because no one will watch them.
And I have long videos because I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah, wow.
People are going to watch what they're going to want to watch, and they're not going to watch what they don't want to watch. I have no control over that. All I can do is put out the content that I want to put out, and if it gets views, then so be it. All I can do is just throw shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Like, when you first go out into the ocean to go surfing?
Yeah.
It's best to not start on your feet. It's best to wait until you've caught a wave first. That's kind of the analogy there.
Yeah. I'm not saying that I'm starting on my feet, but I am saying that I'm just gonna do it my way. I don't give a fuck.
Because if you do it wrong, then you're just the guy standing on a surfboard on the beach going, "Hey, look, guys, I'm surfing."
Yeah, if you're in the middle of a desert. Yeah. So with all of this said, and all of the bullshitting that we've just done, we're trying to end the show.
Yeah.
I will leave you guys with, well, we're going to leave you with how all of this started. I'm going to leave you with fuck Joe Biden, and Desert Nord is going to leave you with saying,
let's go, Brandon.
We'll see you guys in the next video on the channel. Well, since this is the entertainment channel, it's probably going to be another one of Breaking Rocks at some point in the future. However, it's obviously going to be me doing a Drew Reacts. It's probably before that, more than likely. So with that said, I'll see you guys in the next Drew Reacts video. Later.
Yep, see you guys.